So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. Got a man, it's Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hone down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Doug Marrone's Jaguars set to take over. They're led onto the field by the former 3rd-round pick back in 2012, and that's the quarterback, Nick Foles.
Love his build, love his arm. Had a Pro Bowl season with the Philadelphia Eagles, looking to scale those heights once again.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Yes, sir, Leonard Fournette has a well-deserved reputation as a physical, powerful runner. He's going to drop a shoulder and run over people time and time again. I think he uses it to his advantage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Foles. The open man is Westbrook. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And now a look at the offense for Jacksonville.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Mike, 5'9". Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Breeze. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Here's Breeze to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Flushed out right.
Okay.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Preston Brown coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now Breeze. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Leonard Fournette. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Ginn.
There we go.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line.
Let's go.
It's a big play there for the Saints. 51 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Throwing now is Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Oh, yeah. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, baby.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Let's go.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Foles. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Fights him off. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Mike 54. Mike 54. Here it goes. Here it goes.
On second and 11 now. Breeze steps away to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Antonio Brown, 83 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT. Yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They faked the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
They'll set up a throw. 11 yards there for nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. He'll drop to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give him another shot here in the first half. If you don't
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might...
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. It's so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Fournette. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, and that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Ginn. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Ready? Yellow lady. 59. They gonna need some therapy after this.
They run it again with Kamara.
Let's go. Come on. Run to the ball. We got a runner.
They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
95-56.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. There's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But get careless with the football, look out.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need it? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
But these guys
I don't like garlic on my steak.
They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. No yardage to be found.
If I watched him do it, he never did.
Now on 2nd and 13. Foles. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, that puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He'll buy some time right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Antonio Brown with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. They'll look to throw here. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Foles. And this will be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. A chance here on this drive to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark.
Throw him the ball. forget analysis, all right? Let's just root a little bit here. Get him the football and get past that 200-yard mark.
Boy, you want that. You seem excited.
I know, and it's really weird because normally I want guys to intercept the ball.
Right. It got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Foles now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Foles. Caught here by Conley. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's looking at his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face
Okay.
mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed,
Okay.
here come the flags.
Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey.
Breeze going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
This is taken around the 12. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT in the game. Instead, 2nd down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 in the first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And did he just clock that?
Watch the run, watch the run.
Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.
Ready, 95, 56. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the run.
Now Breeze. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Throwing is Bridgewater. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
We go.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Foles And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Down to lose one. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a
I'm getting off after this.
TD,
Upgrade and stuff.
Time is run out now on this game.